This is a 55-page strategy for my business, and all that information comes from one single YouTube video. The beauty is that AI did most of the work. See, most of us follow very interesting content creators. We watch smart videos, we feel inspired, and then we do nothing. So in this tutorial, I would like to share with you guys the entire AI workflow I used to turn this one video into a real action plan my team can execute. Let's go. All right, the first step is a mindset shift, right? We need to switch on active consumption mode. So here, what we are trying to do is to go from, okay, I'm just mindlessly consuming content to I'm going to make something out of this. I'm going to grab something out of this. So switching on active consumption mode is the beginning of that process, because you come across the piece of content and you immediately ask yourself, what do I want to get from that piece of content, right? In my case, the video I decided to dive into is called How to Show Up in ChatGPT. And it's a guide for AI SEO, which stands for AI Engine Optimization, but you can call it the way you want. So my intention when I switch on this active consumption mode was, okay, she's going to give us HubSpot's strategy to optimize for AI engine and show up in these ChatGPT or Gemini results when people search for marketing tools. I actually want to do this for my company. So that was my idea. From this moment, I've decided to turn on active consumption mode, and I was ready. I was in the mindset, the proper mindset to start absorbing the information. So that would be step number one. So I started watching this video, and immediately I could see that this content was going to be valuable for my business. And very early in that video, the presenter started showing interesting slides that caught my attention. Like this one right here. In 2028, ChatGPT traffic overtakes Google. So we can see the curve right here. Orange is ChatGPT traffic, and this one is Google traffic. So basically, traffic to a website, when people are getting to your website, traditionally it's because of Google and traditional SEO and how people find you in Google. But by 2028, what these slides indicate is that ChatGPT traffic is going to overtake that Google trend. So I found this slide fascinating and I wanted to capture that. So what I did, simply with my keyboard, Command-Shift-4 to bring in that little screen capture thingy, and I simply captured that slide. Okay, a quick and dirty screenshot like so. You see, screenshot is right here. I'm gonna save to my desktop. I started listening to the video, and every time I would see a slide that would resonate with me, I would just screenshot that slide. And so the result of that is a collection of screenshots right here on my desktop that were ready for me to use somewhere else. All right, now that I had watched the entire video once, okay, the entire piece of content, and screenshot all of the slides that resonated with me, it was time for me to come back to YouTube and see if I could grab the transcript of that video. So let me show you how everyone can do that. Traditionally, when you watch a YouTube video and you focus on the description of that video, you click on the More button to see the entire description. At the bottom of it, you should see a button that says Show Transcript. So if you click here, you should see a transcript like this one, right? So you have a little three-dot menu right here to toggle on and off the timestamps. So it's up to you if you want the timestamp or not. And if you want to copy that transcript, you would have to come to the beginning and just drag your click, hold your click, and go all the way down. Okay, so you see, that's how most people, how I would say 90% of people grab the transcript of the video. Then you would go left click and then copy. All right, so that's how you would grab the transcript. Now, there is an actual faster way to do this. Let me show it to you. You see that button right here that says YouTube Summary? That's actually a Google Chrome extension. I'm using Google as my browser, and so you can download these extensions, right? YouTube Summary, let me show you what it does. if I click that little arrow right here, YouTube Summary is going to show me the entire transcript of the video, which I can copy with a single button. You see that copy transcript plain text button right here? If I click that and then come to ChatGPT, click on the window and paste, you should see the entire transcript of that YouTube video pasted right here. So I have the title, how to show up in ChatGPT, I have the URL, and then I have the transcript with the timestamps included. If I go all the way down, I see that I have the entire transcript up to the point where she says, "Thank you very much," which is the last thing she says in the video. So let me get back to YouTube right here. YouTube Summary. Let me show you where to get it. Well, first, you will need to know where to go to find these Chrome extensions, right? So you should have a little button that looks like a puzzle piece right here that says extension. This should show you all of the extensions you have installed on your computer. If you click on Manage Extensions, that's what you should see. Well, you should see something different. These are the extensions I have downloaded. So the one I wanted to show you is this one, YouTube Summary with ChatGPT, Claude, or other. And for those of you who have never used a Chrome extension, well, they are mostly free to use. And you can find them by clicking on that link right here, the Chrome Web Store. So let's click here. You'll get to this App Store homepage, and you can start searching for your YouTube Summary. So it's this one right here with the green background. And yeah, from here, you can see what the app does. It's from a company called Glasp. Yeah, and I've been pretty happy about this app. They are not sponsoring this video. It's just a tool that I have been using for years now. And I just love how easy it is to grab that YouTube transcript with just the click of one button. And you can do more stuff with this extension. For example, instead of just grabbing the transcript, you could summarize the transcript by choosing one of the different AI models right here. So if you choose ChatGPT, what it will do, it will open a ChatGPT window, paste everything, and run the prompt. You see, I didn't do anything. It just ran the prompt for me, and you would get a summary of that YouTube video. And you see the summary is pretty extensive. So that's one thing you can do. I typically don't use that summary feature. I just use it to grab the transcript. All right, enough about YouTube Summary. I highly recommend you try it. Again, not sponsored, just a tool that I love. And this is what this video is all about, sharing my AI workflow that make my life easier. All right, so what's next now that I have the transcript of this entire presentation? The next step in my workflow is simply to start a document. Like, you can choose whatever format suits you. For me, it's always presentation. Canva presentation have a special place in my heart. So I always work with Canva presentation. So I came to Canva, started a presentation, and yeah, I just simply started to create a bunch of pages. Okay, so duplicate that page right here from the thumbnail view. And I imported all of the screenshots I took from the video. You see they're all here. And what I did is to simply start positioning them on the different slides. And I tried to do so in the order of the video. Okay, so following the flow of that video so that it kind of starts the structure of my strategy document that I want to keep and that I want to use with my team. One tip that I would give you is to rename your screenshots so that when you import them into Canva, they still carry that name. And so you know in which order you have to position them in your presentation. That's just a little quick tip that I use to save a bunch of time while structuring my document. And then there is one more thing I did right here is to actually embed that YouTube video directly into my presentation. You see, I added a page right here, the first page, and I can simply go back to YouTube and then click the share button right here, copy the link of this video, just copy that, come back to your presentation, and I will click on the empty page and simply paste. Command V. This will embed the YouTube video. You can watch it straight from your Canva presentation. This when you are editing it, but also when you are in presenter mode or when you're sharing this deck with the rest of your team. They will have a view-only link, or you could share full access with them. It doesn't matter. Whoever has their hands on this document will be able to play the YouTube video straight from the presentation. So I think this was super useful. I now have have the video and all the slides that are interesting to me straight into my Canva doc. All right, folks. So now we have an organized Canva document. We have the embed, we have the most important slides, which kind of determine the structure of our piece of content right here. The next step, now that we have this, and we do have the transcript of the entire video. So we have the full explanation, right? The full keynote. So we are ready to move to ChatGPT or to the LLM of your choice. You could do this with Claude, you could do this with Gemini, but my default is still ChatGPT. So from here, my plan was to upload all of the slides that I had screenshotted and give it a prompt together with the transcript to ask it to turn that information, both from the slides and from the transcript, into an action plan, a strategy for my team to start optimizing our website, our landing pages in these AI engines, right? And I wanted to optimize for a specific product that we are selling. I wanted to optimize so that we show up in ChatGPT, in Gemini, when people search for best Canva course, because I genuinely believe, and I might be biased, I genuinely believe that we do have the best Canva course out there on the internet. It is the most up-to-date and it is the most complete, 34 hours, called the Canva Master Course. And no, this is not an ad. This is just me telling you what I want to optimize for. So all of this I can do with ChatGPT, right? So the first thing I wanted to do is to import my slide. So I'm going to use the plus button right here. And you see all of these slides right here. I'm going to select them all and open them here. Oh, I got an error message that I can only upload up to 10 files at the time. So that's an issue because I had more than 10 slides. And that's exactly why I started organizing them in my Canva document, because watch this. I can now export this entire Canva document, download it like so as a PDF. Okay, PDF standard, all the pages, download this. It's starting to download, should take only a couple of seconds. Then I can come back to ChatGPT, click the plus icon, add photos or file, and then right here in my downloads, I should see my PDF. Okay, how to show up in ChatGPT. Me preview it, you can see that all of my slides are right here. Okay, so I can upload this document and you see now it will accept it because it's only one document, but ChatGPT will have access to all of the slides right there. All right, so next is the actual prompt, right? So one thing I've been doing again and again for about 2 or 3 months now, instead of typing my prompts with my keyboard, I just use the little microphone right here to dictate my prompt to ChatGPT, okay? And this has saved me so much time. I can only highly recommend that you try this little microphone. Just use it. You can just go, and if you're not structured in your prompt, that's okay. It will understand the core message. Just give your prompt in a natural language way, and that should be fine. So let me try a prompt here. Here is the full transcript of a YouTube video that I watched from HubSpot about AI engine optimization. I would like you to use that transcript together with the PDF I provided with the most important slide from that presentation, and to give me a full strategy, a full step-by-step strategy based on that information for me and my team at Team RONNY to optimize our landing pages and our website so that our main Canva course called the Canva Master Course is showing up in ChatGPT, in Gemini, in Claude, when people are searching for information about Canva courses, or what's the best Canva course, or how to learn Canva in these AI engines. So use the information I provided to give me this step-by-step action plan. All right, so let's validate this prompt. It's going to take a few seconds just to transcribe everything I've said, right? There you go. And from here, what I usually do is that I go over my prompt and I help clean up the prompt, clean up the structure. Here's the full transcript of a YouTube video I watched from HubSpot about engine optimization. I would like you, to use that transcript together with the PDF I provide with most important slides. So this is already pretty good. So I could run this prompt immediately. I need to paste the transcript first. So again, the way to do that, I would just go back to the YouTube video and use the YouTube summary app or extension, copy the transcript, then came back to my prompt right here, just added a line with the transcript, just do transcript like so, and then pasted the full transcript. That's it. And now I'm ready to launch this prompt. All right, so I ran my prompt in ChatGPT 5.1. My setting for 5.1 is auto, so I didn't put it into the thinking mode. If you want a more detailed analysis or deeper reflection about your prompt or your issue or your whatever you're trying to ask ChatGPT to do for you, go into thinking mode, Thinks longer for better answers. Me, I'm a bit impatient, so I left it in automatic mode, auto mode, And it gave me a very satisfying result anyway. So it thought for about 42 seconds, If you want to see every single step, what we call the chain of thoughts of the model, you can click that little arrow right here and see like the thinking, the steps it went through. Don't need that for now. But yeah, so let's turn HubSpot AEO playbook into a concrete plan for the Canva master course. Gives me the goal. When someone asks ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude things like best Canva course or how to learn Canva for work, your course should be one of the default recommendations. Yeah, exactly. That's what I need. I will break this into 6 phases. Each phase has a what to do, how it connects to the HubSpot talk, and ready to use prompts that you can drop into ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. So that's pretty cool because I have not only like the steps of what to do, but I also have prompts that I can take as they are. You will see the prompts are actually very good, and just dump that into ChatGPT to help me execute that strategy. All right, so after that, I have a long list of steps to follow. Phase 1, clarify who we want to win with and for which queries. So that's kind of like refining the who. I have my AI prompt right here, and I like that these are in a different format, so it's easy for me to spot them. Phase 2, collect actual questions from data and cluster them. Different steps, again, prompts. Phase 3, audit how answer engines talk about Canva courses today. So these are just steps that have been explained in the keynote presentation from HubSpot. And I have 6 of these steps, all of which have like AI prompts that I can use as they are. So this is a goldmine of information and a clear step-by-step explanation action plan that me and my team can execute on. All right. So this is what I call going from passive consuming to active consuming. This is a gold mine of information. All right. The next step is probably the most boring step. It consists of taking this information and pouring it into my Canva presentation document that I have started. So first, I wanted to have the full context. So I used the rephrasing of my information right here, and I pasted it right here on this page, which is this piece of information. And I also wanted to make the document fun to read. So I found this little AI robot. I gave it my brand colors, and I just added it right here on that first slide. And then I went on copying the information phase by phase. You see, this is phase 1, what to do. And then I have the first prompt right here. So the first prompt was this one right here. The first prompt was this. So this part right here, copied that as well, came back to my presentation and pasted it in a different color. And I also added a specific visual, so I recognize immediately this is a prompt. So yeah, pretty boring stuff, copy, paste, but also find a few visual elements, graphics, and adjust the colors, so the entire process is not that boring for me. But yeah, this is something I haven't found a way to automate so far. If I copied the entire thing and pasted that in a Canva document, I would probably lose most of the formatting. For some of you wondering, why didn't you paste it in a Canva document instead of a presentation? Well, that's the thing. If you do know about a way to just grab the information once, copy everything, and then come to a document and paste, and it looks awesome, it looks structured, let me know. I'm very interested. Like, I would save a bunch of time. Literally, it took me about half an hour to paste everything in the right place in my Canva document. So at this stage, this is what I had, right? About 50 pages. All of the information was pasted at the right place. And this next step of my workflow was to simply watch the video again, listen to it carefully, and see if I was missing any visuals, okay? Because I realized, okay, maybe I didn't screenshot all of the important slides. And based on the information ChatGPT gave me, I could spot some little gaps, okay? So this step, for example, step 4, if I remember correctly, I was missing a few visuals. So I went back to the YouTube video. I went back to the exact time in the presentation where maybe I missed a slide, and then I screenshot that slide and imported it back to my Canva document. That is why we should see right here, if I exit this mode, come back to my uploads. Yes, we see like these 4 documents, I think starting from this one. So this page, all of these green pages, and these 2 pages were screenshot afterwards when I was rewatching the video. So I did that, inserted these slides in their correct position, like this one, for example. So I had picked up the first tool that she mentioned in the video, HubSpot AEO Grader, but then she mentioned another one, Xfunnel, and I didn't have that screenshot. So I went back, screenshot that, and brought it back to the video. And I did this so that I just made sure I had everything I needed right here. So that's an important step, in my opinion, so that you have a really complete deck with all the information visually represented. All right, so after double checking my visuals and adding the missing slides, I had 53 pages. The last thing I did was to create this checklist by having only the steps, okay, and only the main points right here. So if we come back to ChatGPT's answer, you should see I have phase 1. 1.1 is build that grid. Okay, so 1.1. Then if we go find phase 2, we have 2.1 and we have 2.2, and then that's it. So all of these sub steps, I decided to bring them into an actual AEO checklist right here that I can, at the end of the project, me or my teammates, just check whenever they are done. Okay, so that's just how I did it. I just went and copied all of these titles like so, and I created these little checkboxes. Okay, I think you can do automatic checkboxes in Canva documents. Unfortunately, not yet in Canva presentations. Please, Canva, add this functionality to all document types, not just the Canva docs. But yeah, so I had to manually create them, and we will have to manually check them as well, not like the Canva documents. Anyways, I had my 54 pages and my document looked like so. So this current step actually consists of making this document on brand by using templates in Canva, or if I have one, my brand kit. So let me show you how I did this, and then I will fast forward and show you the final result. All right, so getting out of grid view, you can actually click on the brand button right here, and from here, select your brand kit or your brand system. Canva now talks about brand system, not just brand kits, since the October launches. So brand system, because it's a bit more elaborated, more robust than just a brand kit. So here you should have all of your different brand kits. Okay, me, I decided to go with the RONNY collab brand identity right here. So a very simple and clean visual identity, 2 dominant colors, this purple and neon green. And then I have 3 neutral, a gray, a white, and a black. Okay, so from here, what you can do, select a page, like this page right here. Now that you have selected your brand identity, you can go to your design tab, click on styles, and you should see your brand kit, the brand kit you've selected. If it's not the right one, just use the little arrow, select the right one. And then if you click on color palette, this will happen. You can shuffle the colors of a current page. All right. So if you like this one, you can apply it to all pages. So click on that, and all of these pages will have that color style. Okay, now if we look at my deck and go to the grid view one more time, we'll see different kinds of slides. We have slides with the actual screenshots, like these ones. We have slides with the steps, and we have slides with the prompts. Okay, prompts. So why not create a different look different colors maybe for each of these slides. So it's actually easier for me to recognize them when I have a bird's eye view of the entire project, the entire strategy deck. So that's what I did. For example, this one went back here to the prompt slide and I continued shuffling. Okay, maybe I should have like a lighter background. And now maybe if I ungroup this, click on that little element right here, instead of black, I could have my color right here. And this word prompt, I'm going to change its color for black. And now this is what I have. It's immediately recognizable. I'm going to group it right back. And there you go. I have my prompt slide right here. It's slide number 11. And now what I should do is to identify the other prompt slides in that same deck and give them this color. Okay, so there is an actual feature to help you do this much faster. Instead of going to the next one and doing the same process, I can select it here in my thumbnail view, click on the 3 dots. And if you are a Canva paid user, this will not work for free users, unfortunately. And if you guys are interested in all of these pro features, I will have a link in the description of the video, or you can scan this QR code right here and get a 30-day free trial for Canva Pro. So this will unlock all of these features and you have 30 days to try it for free. So think about it. This is our Canva affiliate link. So what I want to show you, when you click on that slide, you want to copy the style of this slide. Click on that 3 little dot menu right here and then copy page style. And then you are going to go out in your document and find all of the other prompt slides. So here is one, page 17. So this next page, page 18, is also a prompt slide. So if you want to select multiple slides right here, hold your command key on a Mac. I think this will be your control key on a window. I'm not sure, but we'll put that on screen. So 17, 18, I'm holding my command key here to select multiple slide. 25, 25. This one, you see a little black. I can recognize it here. 30. Well, I'm going to go up to 30 and show you. If I go back to the 3 dot menu right here, you can paste page style. If I do that, you see it changed the style of all these pages, which is pretty cool if you ask me. The only thing it didn't change is the color, the rest of the title right here, because I made a 2-color kind of text. So you can do that manually, or you can skip this phase if you want. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this cool little feature, the copy page style, and then apply a page style to multiple pages in your document. So that saved me a bunch of time and actually helped me identify the prompt pages. Now, one more thing I want to do, and this is kind of the same range of idea. I'm going to come back to this page right here where I have my slide. I actually made the slide the background by using the left click. So this is the original screenshot I had. So when I made it full screen, I clicked on it, set image as background, and this is what I got. But now I'm actually going backwards. I want to detach this image from the background. I'm going to crop that little black line right here. I'm going to click on it, make this 25% curved, and change the color of this background as well. I'm going to go for my other dominant color, the green right here. And I'm going to give this image an outline right here. Weight number 4, stroke weight, that's good. And I'm going to change the color of that stroke for my purple. There you go. And now I have this. So similarly, I could copy page style and do the same for other pages. There you go. Boom. It will copy the style of the background. Fortunately, not the image style. So I will have to go manually and use the paint roll. Okay, so little paint roll right here to go from image to image. So this should take you a few extra seconds, but it will make your document, it will make your pages look uniform, look consistent between themselves. Now, let me skip forward and show you the final, I would say, grooming or branding of this document. And there you go. This is the entire document right here in its final version. And we clearly see 3 types of slides on this presentation. The first one are the purple slides. Okay, so these ones right here. So these ones are basically the content from this lady from HubSpot, what she said, but summarized by ChatGPT. Okay, so these are the steps. If we look at all of these, we have phase 1, the steps, clarify what to do, etc. Let me get back to grid view. Then we have the green slides. These ones are the screenshots. Okay, so these are the original slides from the keynote presenter, just screenshot from the YouTube video. And then we have the white slides, and these are my prompts to help me execute the task. Okay, so these are the prompts that ChatGPT gave me in that format right here. Okay, the AI prompt I can use to just complete the task. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we see here. And I have decided to add the little robot when it's a prompt, the face of the lady, just taken from this photo right here, that is taken also from the presentation in the YouTube video, remove the background, put a little outline, and just use that. So now I have this entire document that is on brand and contains all of the steps, all of the visuals. I'm ready to execute. And because it's not just me who is going to execute this, but me and our copywriter, but also Diana and maybe some other people in our team, I'm going to show you another Canva feature that helps me kind of like delegate that work to the rest of my team. That Canva feature is the comments or collaboration. If you work with a team, it will be super useful for you to maybe drop a message in a specific part of this presentation to a team member. And that's exactly what I did here. You see this little comment right here? Let me click on it so you can see what I mean. So I tagged Gaetan, who is our copywriter in our team. And I asked her, like, here we could swap for our own researched persona, because here in that prompt that ChatGPT gave me, we talk about the personas, okay, to create this grid right here. So we have buyer persona number 1, number 2, number 3, and the different stages of the funnel. So I tagged Gaetan and I said, okay, Gaetan, maybe we can use our own personas right here. So we can swap these persona. We can just tap into some previous work we have already done, okay? Something else I could do. Now that I have this entire ChatGPT conversation right here, I could click the share button and I want to copy the link of this entire presentation. It will show me this window right here and I can easily copy the link. You see, link is copied, come back to my presentation, find the right slide. And for me, it would be this first slide where I kind of show the summary ChatGPT gave me of my prompt. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to add a comment and tag Diana this time. So Diana, so I tag Diana right here and I will say, I used this prompt right here to generate the phases for this document. Feel free to get in there. Okay, and I will paste, obviously, the link to the ChatGPT conversation. I can assign it to Diana if I want it. I can do so and just launch this. And you'll see that Diana has now been assigned a task with that presentation. She will see that in her Canva notification center. So again, this is very powerful if you want to tag people in your team, if you want to attribute tasks, assign tasks to them. This is probably the best way to do so. And then the very last step to really make this content actionable, to really turn it into something your team will execute on, is to communicate with them. And so I would recommend you use the platform of your choice. Could be email. So for us, it's Slack. Here is the actual message I wrote to both Diana and Gaetan, okay, who are my co-founder and our copywriter. So yeah, I structured the message AEO, AI Engine Optimization, aka how to show up in ChatGPT. I tagged Diana, hi team, just finished analyzing this video. And I pasted the video. That's why you see the thumbnail right here. Started to wonder how we could or we should implement that strategy to our product, the Canva Master Course, the RONNY collab, etc. Because honestly, we are not very well positioned in these AI engines so far. Try asking ChatGPT or Perplexity, what's the best Canva course, and see for yourself. So I've asked ChatGPT to analyze the video, come up with an AEO action plan for us. Here's the conversation. Okay, so the conversation is right here. I also pasted that, the same thing I just showed you. So there you go, guys. This was the entire workflow I used to go from this one single YouTube video to this 55-page action plan for us at Team RONNY to improve our AI visibility in these AI engines. I hope this was inspiring to you. I hope you enjoyed this type of like full workflow breakdown. It's a bit of a longer type of video, but I thought, okay, this is something I'm doing on a regular basis and that I would share with you. If you are into this, subscribe to our AI channel, okay? I have a link right here to the channel. Watch the other videos on that channel as well, and let me know in the comment what other AI tools would you like me to dive into. I'm very curious.